Morning guys, happy Sunday. We're doing just a little errands around the compound. Look at how cool Colette's two cars look next to each other. It's like I'm looking at the rainbow. Very neat color cars. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Package delivery is always fun here because we got so many different businesses and humans ordering 5 million parts for their cars. So we got a little bit of a system in the package room that I'll show you guys. So we've got one little shelf for me. All this, Colette's Amazon stash.
This is not all mine.
Pretty much.
A lot of it is our stuff for the house. This is all stuff for
Was
the
that
dogs.
a ceiling fan? Cool.
Yeah.
Stoked about that.
Black and gold. What is this? This is Evo stuff.
Love
I
that.
don't know what that is.
Bike? Love that. Why is this here? Check out how cool this helmet rack came out with all the Simpson helmets from the event. We're gonna be using those if we ever do any like ride-along events when people come over and need to ride in a car and go on go-karts and stuff. So it's sick to have them. I think I'm actually gonna whip out the old Steed today, go cruise around the ramp a little bit. It's nice out. Fortunately, everybody's busy, but I'm trying to force myself during the new year to be a little bit more active. Your boy's been lazy lately. Now the fun thing is, I want to drive this car, and I gotta figure out a way to put my bike in it. Let's do it. Had to do a quick toe plate, been messing around with the front end, but this thing should be ready to rip. Got my wheel, got my bike. I don't know if I ever clarified, but the door that got all smashed up is all fixed now, so the car's looking mint. I'm excited to start tearing into this thing tomorrow. Big stoke. For its first official street drive, not too bad. It's got the typical drift car, shaky wheel, off center that I could have dressed with some toe plates, but I didn't have time to get it perfect. So we're ripping over. Hopefully I'll have a half hour or so to ride before it gets dark. Always fighting daylight. There we go, nice and clean. Callie. Poor thing. I know a lot of you guys always ask about the ramp, if it's holding up well and if I still ride it a lot. I definitely don't ride it as much as I'd like to. It's still one of my favorite things to ride in the world. It's so fun. And it's been holding up tremendously. Only real issue, if you even want to call it an issue, is just where the leaves sit or where the water doesn't drain, since it was never like angled so the water runs off. I'll just get like kind of sediment, like that'll power wash right off. It just looks gross and it's a pain to mop. But other than those little annoying areas, which I guess I can add a drain for, it's held up really well. You know, it's a little discolored from leaves sitting on it and stuff, but the quality of the ramp, it still feels very structurally sound. And like this stuff is all kind of like plastic wood. It's not really wood, it's called skate-lite. And it holds up to weather amazingly. Probably use some fresh paint on some of the coping and maybe a couple of screws replaced, but other than that, she's been holding up. Everyone also asks, why don't I move the ramp to the compound? I mean, that just would cost a lot and be extremely inconvenient. I don't want to build a ramp there. I love this ramp here. It would be a massive pain to move it. The only reason why I would want to do is just purely for daylight, because it's hard to get over here before it's dark out, especially during the winter when it's nice to ride, because by the time we're done at the shop, it's already pretty much dark. We got probably half hour to an hour left though of daylight, so I'm gonna get the bike out and do some shredding. Quick chill session. It's been a minute since I rode. Part of my New Year's resolution is try to be more active, so hopefully I can force myself to ride more often, maybe go to some skate parks. Other news, They built a freaking house behind my ramp. There used to be a whole jungle back here with trees and stuff, and now cleared it all out. So looking forward to hearing that person complain about the big eyesore in their backyard. Guess what? I was here first. What else? Ramp needs a little love. I'm gonna see if I can talk to some of my BMX friends and see if maybe I can pay some of them to come and like restain some railings and fix some screws and panels coming up. But other than that, for this thing being like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years old now, super stoked that it still rides just as good as it did when it was new.
Going a little late night S15 run, got the underglow. Me and Gled are gonna go get some ice cream. Forgot the vlog camera, because I'm stupid. Only the brights work in the car right now, just because the wiring plugs are different on these new headlights on it. So I'm turning my headlights off whenever there's cars around, but I think they still have DRL, so I think we're okay. This thing's fun though. It's weird, right now, temporarily I have the stock 5-speed trans in it with a 350C diff, so the gearing is extremely long. So like, usually with a SR trans, you're rolling around in like 5th gear at like super high RPM. This one, I can't even put it in 5th because it's just geared way too long, but it's cool for gas mileage. Yeah, gas mileage.
Yay.
What do you think about the SR noises? Does it remind you? This one doesn't sound like a rotary. This one sounds dark and evil.
Yeah, I like it though. It's different.
You can kind of hear the split of how long the ratios are.
I love the turbo noises in here.
Yeah, I can't tell if the clutch is slipping or if the wheels are spinning.
Hmm.
The clutch definitely isn't ready for this kind of power. Oh well.
Oh well. Send it.
Yeah, but going out tonight. I think it was wheel spin.
That was wheel spin, 100%.
It's hard to tell just because it has so little grip right now because stance boy that it like, to me it feels so slow while it's making all this noise that it's cool though, right?
Wheel spin. That's really cool.
I love how this car sounds. I've never been a big fan of like the growly SR, but this thing just like it's like a cool mix of like Japan and like US style SR sound.
I liked it. Let's do it again.
One other New Year's resolution that I'm trying to work on is eating better. At the compound, there's just so few options, so we end up eating junk because it's the only thing that either A, isn't stale or gone bad in the fridge, or B, is fast food because it's all that's really close to us. But a very, very simple option that I never even think about is just getting groceries delivered. I like eating healthy, I just never have the time to go grocery shopping or to go somewhere far away and like wait for something that is healthy. So I think if I just start stocking the fridge and like having deliveries with like fresh fruit and vegetables every week, I think it'll force me to eat better, and I'll eat more too because I never eat enough just because of the fact I'd rather not eat than eat junk. That's one thing. Another thing is playing more guitar. Clay got me a really sick guitar for Christmas that I want to show you guys, but we'll wait until I'm a little more brushed up. Your boy's rusty. I never really vlog the start of the day, but usually around 9 we'll all sit down around the table, come up with a plan for the day, kind of delegate tasks and see what's going on with you. This morning we're gonna do that, and then me and Johan are gonna go step in my office. We're gonna go over a parts list for a build that may or may not be in the title of this video. I haven't decided what the title of it's gonna be, but I'm excited to finally see if we got the parts that we need to make this thing happen. I love Ralph.
Come here, boy.
How do you know Ralph's a boy, Sean?
Could be a girl.
Never know. All right, again, I don't know if this was the title of the video or what. Johan's car got me thinking. I was like, man, I would love to import one of these and then put a 2J in it since I have one laying around, and like an old R154 because I have one laying around. It would make a great daily. I would sell the Celsior. And then, like, as stupid as this sounds, completely neglected the white chaser out of my mind just because that car, I was like, that car needed a huge 2J and sequential. Screw that. I'm gonna make the white 2J a good daily again, but it's gonna level up. So basically today what we're doing is we're gonna start to go through one of the GTE VVTi 2Js that I have laying around to set that up to go into the white chaser. What's cool is because we ran an FD program around JZs, we have almost every single part that we need to put that engine in that car, apart from like fab material for the exhaust. So which we might even actually have from Vibrant. So that car will cost virtually nothing to put together except for time. So I'll show you what we're getting into right now. Johan is going through a scavenger hunt. Look, I said that we had JZ parts laying around.
Yeah, we have a lot of JZ parts, but we've been nipping at this for 2 years now. So we're just trying to come up with
one engine worth
one
of
engine
gaskets
worth
out of all
of
this.
stuff.
I bet that we won't have. We'll probably be missing a head gasket, which we don't need because we're just gonna do head stuff. But I bet we probably don't have any JZ head gaskets left, and we probably don't have any valve cover gaskets.
Yeah. So valve cover gaskets, we got one size, which I don't know which side it is. They're both the same lengths, but we'll see what we got. Hopefully we come up with everything. But yeah, but I still got like 10 more to go. And we got one side that's automatic.
No, that doesn't go there. This is O-ring. But, great example. This came off the FD car. This is gonna go on the Chaser. I'm gonna send it out to my friend that did that really rad fade SR cover and use a bunch of polishing stuff. So I'm gonna have him polish this back up, make it look new again, and have him do a set of valve covers for it. But this is going on there. And then I just walked over to Drift HQ and I picked up a PRP kit. So we can have a nice Hitachi coils with a full PRP setup, the loom, stocks and everything. Sick having that in stock. Got injectors. We had a spare ATI damper laying around. The car already has a clutch and trans on it. It still has a V160. Not a huge fan of it, but I think the plan as of right now is to just run the V160. And then we've been getting a lot of R154s in stock that we've been selling to all you auto JZX guys. So hopefully I can get on board one of the upcoming shipments, or I can steal Jimmy's if Jimmy lets me, and then I'm gonna put that car back to an R154 because I really think after trying all the different trans options in the Chaser, the R154 is one of my favorites. So I bought this engine probably like 6 months ago. If you pay attention to JZ prices, they're ridiculous right now. Like you're looking at probably like 7 to 8 grand for a VVTi 2J. This one was on Facebook Marketplace for like 3 grand minus the turbos. So I got it. Hopefully it's good. We're gonna probably turn it over and do like a leak down and a compression test to make sure it's good. If not, we do have another one as backup. So one of the things that I often don't film in videos is what I'm doing in here. And today I've spent my entire morning dealing with Tommy and Rudnick. So you can tell I'm a little bit stressed out. Rudnick is building a 370Z, if you guys don't know. I don't know what he's talking about in his videos, but I'm helping him basically with every single part that he needs through Drift HQ for his car. So going back and forth with Rudnick, not the biggest challenge, but Tommy now wants to build a drift car because Rudnick has one. And man, going back and forth with Tommy about some of the parts that he needs, I told him I'm gonna rip my hair out if he changes his mind one more time. I feel for any business that has ever sold parts to Tommy in their life before. That man changes his mind more than anyone I ever know. That's the clip, that's it.
That's him ringing you right now.
Yeah, I know. He's like, dude, I heard you were talking about me. What the fuck, dude? I'm gonna kill you.
One of the first things we're doing to the Chaser is the 2Js have 2 nipples that go to the side of the water neck. And I was just gonna weld shut the hose, but then you will see the hump, and I was gonna add a -6 AN line on the bottom anyways. So what I decided to do was shave everything down, like cut all that off and just weld everything shut. Grind it down, and then I welded this -6 bung on the bottom. And then now we could send this part to get vapor horn and all that stuff clean.
Mike over at New JDM is coming in clutch, and he's going to vapor hone some of the bits on this engine for us. We're not going as crazy as some of the other restoration stuff. Because we're not retaining the factory intake manifold, that's going to save a ton of time because this would be a huge piece that you would need to restore. But other than that, JZ hardware doesn't get as like nasty as SR stuff. So if we do any sort of zinc plating or coating on bolts, it'll be very minimal. JZs you can usually get to look pretty dang good, even just like in your garage with some spray paint and just cleaning stuff up. What is the coating that they have within the factory? It's like a gray.
It's just like a gray coating like they use, and it's pretty distinctive. Or that one's just a little corroded, but
it lasts so much better than Nissan hardware.
Yeah, so like you can see it here. It's just gray and matches well with the aluminum parts in the motor.
This I'm not too stoked about. You saw this?
It's not motor chrome, so probably fine in there.
No, I know, but it just makes me nervous. It's been sitting like this for how long,
Maybe a clamp fell in there, I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, we're gonna pull the pan. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, the clamp joke. We got elves running around the shop dropping clamps in holes that aren't supposed to.
There was a bolt here, right next to the coil, like waiting to go in the motor.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that the hose clamp gremlin's Colette. She just wants us to put rotaries and everything, so she's just sabotaging all the piston engines while she can.
You heard that?
Yep. Watch out, guys.
Just
You
don't
never
let
know.
Colette go in your shop.
Yeah, don't let her near any holes in your engine.
Sure.
I gotta run to the gate.
Okay.
Food just got here. We're trying shopping delivery today. Yay, New Year's. Welcome to my life where everything gets overcomplicated always, and I can never just keep things simple. The plan was to not paint the engine bay. We got it in, looked at it for like 30 seconds, and then we're like, we're gonna paint the engine bay. Johan says it'll probably take like a half a day to pull everything out. Ray says he can same day shoot it. So I feel like in the long term, like we'd be shooting ourselves in the foot if we didn't do it.
Yeah. And it's like I said, like we did it already with the 15. What other car?
34.
34 set it for every other car. So we did it with 15. We weren't planning to do it. So it's not that hard. The car, all the components for the engines, we're still waiting on. In the meantime, the car's gonna be down. Just, we could do it, let's do it. It'll look good and it'll be worth it at the end.
It's really not the worst. They're just like, you know, the core support's got some little nicks, some scratches. The strut towers could be better. But overall, it's really clean. It's just one of those things, you know, while we're in here, might as well do it. I'm really torn about deleting ABS or not. It would be really nice to clean all that up, and I have the delete kit. But
Yeah.
it's like, this is supposed to be daily, so why not? I'd say probably like half of the time I do grocery runs, I pop my hood, but that's usually just if I'm having engine issues. So
Or driving the Porsche.
so it's like if we do a really good job on the engine side of things, then we don't have to worry about painting the engine bay because I'll never pop the hood. You know what? There's a lot of YouTubers building JZX100s right now.
Oh,
we
really?
we gotta paint the engine bay.
Yeah, true.
We don't-
Oh yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we definitely shoot ourselves if we didn't
Might
do
as well
that.
park money inside too and paint it in the
Dude, I cannot wait to have our cars next to each other. I didn't get to see it when they were next to each other. Did you get a clip of it?
No,
Yeah. What?
I was editing.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Like, why would you edit when moments like that are being created?
Because you told me to.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm excited to bring the Taster back. We have a bunch of things and stuff for it. I know that I said we were gonna start doing things in the A90, but I just wanted to get all the parts in queue and en route for this. That way things can happen, like engine base getting painted or ordering parts for JZ. So the 3.4 liter Strucker kit will be in tomorrow for that motor.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, see you guys soon.
When you say